Hello everybody, how are you? Oh, I forget the light. You can always tell I forget the light because the green screen's a little dark back here. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so another workshop day on Majora's Mask. Now, the good news is I've actually done a little bit of work. I figured out what was going on with the cross communications, and I got it solved. So, yay. But I ran into another issue. Let me show you what's going on here. As you can see, we have our little level. There, let me go a little bigger. This is pretty much where we left it off last time. But I've been doing a lot of work on this little guy. Trying to get him to connect to, something that would, let us run the, dynamically change it. And watch it carefully. You saw that? It automatically jumped up because it detected a change of day. Now, as you can see on the right-hand side there, or the left-hand side there, the day count is going nuts. I'm pretty sure it's going exponentially, but it's gotten to a point where it's, just can't count, it can't go as fast as it should. Actually, no, it's going faster. We got to 495 before something happened. So, something in my script is causing that to happen, and we need to fix that. The good news is, the majority of the time is now held in the Majora's Mask game mode, because that's something that's going to be, accessible by everyone, and this is currently our time graph. Actually, we have event begin play and then master time. Now this is our time frame where we can say, okay, this is time going from point A to point B. Area over here is a little dark. Come on. Stretchy, stretchy. There, it's better. So, what this thing does is basically, I have two graphs here. One for regular time and one for half time. Now, when they're all set, this one over here, up on the top, will actually be set to a value of 1. And down here, is set to half. This is the amount of time you gain in 30 seconds. That's what it is supposed to be. Because every 30 seconds in the Majora's Mask, you gain an hour. But, here we have half time and full time. Now, I have full time set to 10, so it doesn't take, it doesn't take 30 seconds to change days. In theory, it should actually only take 3 seconds. And actually, I'm going to half that, so we have 6 seconds to react. But, coming out of here, both of these get fed into our increased time branch, depending on whether or not time is set to half. Now, increased time comes in here, and the first thing that happens is day gets chopped. Day is said, okay, take only the integer, so only the whole numbers, and then add that to the time we're having added. Now that I think about that, that's probably the wrong thing to do. Or at least we need to multiply that or something. But anyways, then it goes through here, and it says, hey, is this over 24? Has there been more than 24 hours in this day? If so, come up here and change the number of days. Subtract 24 from this number, and then set that to the hour day. So, this guy. Now, and then it'll go over here and set total hours. But in between here, it increments the total number of days. And then sets the current day. It sends this little function out, which is how the tower reads it. And goes, hey, I've determined, it first it finds the game mode, and if it finds it, it sets it. And then it says, okay, bind new day. So over here, it says, okay, if I see a new day, we need to set a new day over here. So print the string, and then update the tower. Simple. Except that this, for some reason, keeps getting, updated at a much faster rate than it should. It's almost like day hour is not being reset. So probably need to do some more printing. Or build string. Int. Current hour. Day hour. Actually, we'll come in here and do print. So it'll interrupt the branch. Okay, so this is going to spam us all to hell. Day hour 0. Correct. Okay, that's... Okay. That's just going a little... But you can see what's going on there. Well, you can see what I'm fighting against. Now if we come here... I don't know, maybe I'm doing this wrong. I mean, hour is resetting properly once it starts getting into this cycle. But it's still it's accelerating exponentially. Actually, let's do this. Set day hour to 0 on a new day. That's probably what it is. And let's set this to greater than or equal to. No, that's less than. I want greater than or equal to 24. Alright, let's see how this works. No, it's still having the same problem. But anyways, at least it's working. It may not be working the way we want, but at least it's working. Okay. So, this is one of the things we're going to have to figure out. But I think in order to do it... Well, let's see. Day number. I mean, am I doing this wrong? It's... Time gets added to this, which is, basically a flat number. And then if it's greater than or equal to... See, that always eats the bigger number. Yeah, if that's bigger or equal to 24... So if this somehow gets to 24 or higher, that indicates true. And that comes over here and does all this. So... Is total hours somehow getting into here? Or? Total hours. Alright, so let's give this a try. Alright. And yes, total hours should start out... Actually... Alright, I have no idea what's going on with there. Day number should be 1 to... yeah. Okay. I'm looking at it, and I think I figured out what the problem is. Day number is set to 0. And it needs a min-max, so... So that could be the issue. Compile that, save, and play. Okay, so that's... Oh. Alright, maybe I need to just rethink this. Okay, so... let's try this. Let's strip out a whole bunch of this shit. Okay, so all we have in here is the thing that calls new day. And we're going to need that later. So, time. Day hours. If we get that, this is our current hour. Now we need to, let's see. Division, whole, and remainder. Now this worked. So we need to now add these two. And that gets us our current day hours. Actually, wait. We need to divide this first. So, wait, what? Is this what I want to do? Value 5. So this will go 1 to 5. So this should add 5 hours to our day. Now if we just go straight, set day hours to this number, this should go up by 5 days, every 5 hours every time that cycles. Duration 5 seconds. Build. Current day hours. Let's just do day hour. Okay. Let's see if this works. Or at least, So, if this works correctly, it should update, it should increase, let's see, 5 hours every 30 seconds. Well, so far this is working just fine. What's the visor? I think I needed to set my divisor. Ah. Okay, and I will now turn off our hourly one. Okay, so that should stay one. That should switch to 1 after about 30 seconds. Actually, it should be 6 seconds. Okay, we need more details. Okay, so that's not changing. What the hell, guys? Alright, well, so, let's see. Alright, we want to loop. Okay, so if I have the visor right, number of times the visor will go into dividend. Maybe I need to look at something different. Let's look up floats. Fraction. Now I need like the opposite of that. In range, float. Nearly equal, normalize, power, round. Yeah, floor. If we just do that, that's probably the easiest way of doing it. We don't have to deal with that, and that's probably, you know, that one function was probably our problem. So, let's give this a shot. No, that integer is just, you know, screaming forward. So, let's see. So we're taking our integer, and we add the time that's being added, which is, you know, 0 to 5. Oh, okay. I think I know what's going on. I'm just not sure how to fix it. Because when this thing updates, we need to set the current hours. If I leave it like this, this would actually work just fine. I mean, as long as I don't set hour, at least it, might work. Well, let's find out. Come on, print strings. Okay, int hour is not updating, but I kind of expected that. Okay, so what if we did this? What if we... No. So my thought was, well, what if we used, finished to have that, calculate the new time. The problem is, we need this to actually calculate the time. It needs to update and calculate and increase the new time. But at the same time, we don't want it to increase this until it's finished. So, okay, let's think about this. I need a way to be able to add, 0 to 1 or 0 to 0.5 dynamically to our current hours. The problem is, okay, yeah, this is, unless I have like hour int. Alright, so time to add. I don't know, maybe I should rethink, everything about this. Alright, so delete all that for now. Time to add. This is a variable that needs to be added to our stream. That needs to be added to day hour. So... But day hour needs to be able to have this added to it. So I need to get our current day hour and add the two. This, however, causes the problem that day hour will just continue to increase. So okay, I think what we need is another variable in here. So we have current cycle hour. Now this is a very special one. It's going to have absolutely nothing, interesting about it. Current cycle hour is actually wow. I don't even think we need that anymore. Let's just get rid of all this for right now. So all we have is master time. So oh. Okay. It's almost like we need to make it that, you know, this detects when current cycle hour has hit the current mark, or this is frustrating. Okay, so we need to be able to add time regular or time half to a static of the current hour. So first things first, we'll set this to day hour, just so there's no problems. And when we're done, we'll reset current cycle hour to 0, and we'll set day hour. But we will set current day hour to our current cycle hour. Oh, wrong one. Before we do that. So, current cycle hour is now completely independent. It will be set by... Actually, no. We need that set to 0 before it starts. Alright, so we have that. And then when it's all done, play from start. When it's updating, though, alright, so if it's running at half speed, increase time, or increase time. So if it's half speed, we'll use half time. If it's regular speed, we use regular time. Now this just for right now, we're just going to do a simple this version. Alright, so alright, so print string. Alrighty, let's give this a shot. So that should... Okay, it's still increasing time. Okay. Oh. We should turn off loop. Because that's probably what the problem was right there. So, if we try now... Alright, if we look here, hey, day hour 5. So at least we know that worked. Whoa, what the heck happened there? So the good news is, we actually got this to work. You know, it's really a roundabout kind of way, but it seems to have worked. Okay, so let's stop this. Alright, so, we'll do 10. You know, change that to 10. That should get things going a little faster. And we'll set that to 1. Now we'll leave it at 5. Okay, so compile, save. And if I go over here, as we see, that's, you know, every 10 seconds it's actually, you know, going up by 5. Now the only reason I have it set to 5 is so that we can do a day check a lot faster. But right now we don't have a way of doing that. So what I need to do is to do check time. Do a float. Actually, no, I don't think we need anything. Because what we'll do is we'll actually come out here and do all this. Come on. Okay, let's just do a copy of that. Oh, you're not going to let me do that? Wait. Well, no, keyboard's still working. Just not sure why it's, you know, not reacting in here. There we go. So we'll have that in here. And over in here in increase time, we'll actually have it do the current hour. Actually, we'll do CC hour. That way we have a method of tracking it, you know, pretty quickly. Alrighty. So we can do all this, but now we need to detect when day hours. So we need a greater than or equal to 24. Branch. So if it is greater or equal to 24, set that. to an increase. Increment int. Oh, so it's just like a macro? Yeah. Neat. Didn't know you could do that. That's awesome. Alright, so we'll increase our day number. Set our day hours to -24. And the reason we're doing it this way is just in case, something goes horribly, horribly wrong. And also the fact that we have it set to 5, it's never going to get to 24. It'll get to 25, which means we'll have 1 hour left over. Alright, and if it is not, then nothing else happens. Because we're not going to do total hours until a bit later. So now we can come here to the event graph, add check time. So actually, let's call this. This will actually update our tower. So, okay, let's give this a shot. So every 10 seconds is a new day. Well, a new block of 5 hours. We can probably set this to 6, and that would probably be a better option. So let's come back into this and set this to 6, because that's a little bit more divisible than 24. So, well, since we know, I'm going to temporarily, if I can find it, alright, on increased time, I'm actually going to disable the print string. Simply because I just want to see when, it shifts up hours. And I can't do that if, the hours are constantly changing like that. Alright, day hour 6. This should be every 10 seconds. So it will take us about 40 seconds to get to the next day. Okay, screw that. I'm setting the value to 24. So, every 10 seconds will be a new day. See, there we are. And it automatically changed that. And another 10 seconds. There we are. And now, after 10 seconds, it'll drop back down to 1. Because that's the way I have things set up. Yep, because day 4. Alright. That's probably good enough for now. We definitely need to increase this and increase like Flash Gordon noise and put more science stuff around. We need to fix a bunch of stuff. Such as, I would actually prefer it if I can get day hour to be the current hour. Rather than having a off cycle, an off thing. Because otherwise I gotta put in a macro that, adds these two together to get the current hour. I'm not very pleased about that concept. I mean, I'm not going to say no to it. I'm just, you know, not very pleased about it. So, actually, I'm going to come over here to Festival Tower. The default is going to be Tower 3. So, once it goes past, you know, day 3, it should stay on the day 3 tower. So yeah, if we had an instance of, you know, actually, yeah, that's what we're going to do next. I'm tired of having all this printout stuff, especially with something that needs to be so constant in our timeline. Is we need an interface that can tell us the time. So, yay, good, that just stayed there. So, let's start building an interface. Let's see. Probably, yeah, I could do something out here. We'll do it under blueprints. You know, here we are. Widget blueprint. Let's see. Let's call this main HUD. All right. So, I actually had to come in here and do some capturing because, try as I might, I could not find the time frame here. This little thing. I could not find the background for that to actually export. So, actually came in here and did some just Photoshop work. So yeah, there they are. Those are the two elements we're going to want for this. Okay, so copy merged. We'll do a new. That's a weird aspect. Ah. Or maybe it's, you know, the full thing. Okay, I am confused as to what's going on here. I have never seen that thing happen with Photoshop before. Yeah, what the hell is all that? Okay. But at any rate, so this is probably what it is. Let's double check the image width. Okay, yeah, something went funky there. Maybe it's my capturing of it. Well, huzzah. Just what I wanted to see. A crash. But yeah, I'm looking at this and it feels like, you know, this should be like 128 by 128 or something like that, but I don't think that's true. And apparently Photoshop's crashing. Yay! I don't know, maybe I have too much stuff open. Yeah, I've got the Batman tonight. Alright, so other than that stuff, this is all the textures that I was able to find in our, collection of stuff that we've exported using the VRML exporter. Actually, I just had a thought. Let me take a quick look for something. Oh, okay, so that actually did record something out. Textures. Let's take a quick look. Let's see if there's a way to export textures from a Nintendo 64 game, specifically Zelda. Majora, mask, export textures. How to load texture packs, HD texture packs, how to use texture packs, remove broken textures, Z actor viewer. This will allow you to export geometry with textures. I mean, I'm curious. I mean, maybe it'll, do what we need to do. Nope. No, that's the plugin we were using before. Texture rip. Oh, we can rip all those. Okay. ZLE2. Zelda Level Editor 2. So much for that. Z-map, huh? Okay, so is there a directory called Z-map in one of my... or a file format? I'm taking a quick look on my other monitor, see if I can't find... Okay, here's my decrypted data. Z actor, Z data, Z map, Z object, and then all the others, and then Z scene. So it gave, you know, it has a fair amount of the stuff in there, but I'm not seeing what I need. Well, let's say... Da-da-da... Oh! Majora's Mask 1.0 UZ object list. Hello! This is what I was looking for the other day. So let's move that over here. Now, my plugin is still not done. I actually have not been able to work on it, so let's use the Blender one, since that does work. Alright, so import. Alright, so I am looking for 115. And I don't have that, apparently. Okay, let me look over here. 0, 1, 1. Ah, 0, 1, 1, 5B. No, these just start at the B's. Alright, let's just do this. 0, 1, 1, 5. B. Found it. Huzzah! So it is actually in here. So 0, 1. Wait, is it actually in here or is it? Yeah, it says it's actually in here, so. Yeah, it's in MM data. Oh no, wait, this is not it. At least, you know, not the one I currently have selected. Wait, what? Oh. Let's sort by name in this directory over here. Let's see. Actually, I might be able to just, you know, copy and paste that and go zob and import. Majora Mask Animation 1. Yeah, import. Did it find it? Alright, so... Okay, yeah, this is sorting in a weird... Okay, so how do you sort... Oh. Alright, so 11B 115B. Says it's right here. Ah, there it is. Import Majoras? Yes. Import textures? Yes. Import. And there we are. We have Kid Link. I think we need to do a new because we had that bug earlier. And I still don't know what's going on with that. But at least we found Link. So that's a good thing. Back to there. Set this to tiny. There we go. Import. Alright. So import. Let's try this again. Let's do it without Majora animals. Okay, so it looks like there's no difference there. But, material. Yeah, better than nothing. So yeah, I'm going to save this document, or at least bookmark it. So yeah, this one gave us, you know, a lot of what we needed. So, cafe? Oh, yeah. Plus, it looks like there's a whole bunch of other things that we can get in here. But yeah, it's a really nice list. I wish, well, I won't say I wish that. I won't waste a wish on it, but it'd be nice if, you know, there was a script or something where I could just convert all the names. Alright, let's export this as an FBX file. We'll have characters, Link, come on, you can work. And we'll call this Link Child Mesh. And export. Now that means that we can actually have him brought in here. To the Maya! Alrighty. Import. Oh, sorry, that's, you know, work. Wait, what? My Zelda project got removed. So... where's my project manager? Project window. No. Alright, set project. Ah, there we are. So now I can import them. Link Child Mesh. He's a little large. No, don't let that fool you. He's incredibly big. where's the shading? Well, alright, so X-ray joints. There we go. Now he's mostly fixed. Okay. There we go. We now have a skeletal mesh of Link, and he's up and running. So, we still have to do some coloring, and we'll have to do some texture work in Unreal, but for the most part, we've got Link. So we can save this as Link Child. So let's come back here and see if we can't do an import with animations. Actually, I'm going to come over here and rename this. Yeah, this is just going to be so much easier. Alright, so I also need 11A5. Alright. Link Deku. 11A7. Link. Goron. Here, I'll bring this over here so you can see what I'm doing. Alright, so... And now, finally, Zora Link. Link. Zora. And... just for giggles. Link. Fierce. Deity. I think I spelled that right. Alright. Wait, those are all data. Or were they? Let's do an import. Oh, we're already in an import. Okay, so yeah, there was no Z deity. But, let's see if we can't get Link Child. Nope. He should be importing with animations, but he's not. Okay, I have no idea why that's not working. Well, let me toggle the system console. Unknown limb. Link has come to town. Well, according to this, it should be working. Of course, I have to admit, my script actually has a whole heck of a lot more communication nodes, so it lets me know what's going on. Wow, it's kind of dead tonight, isn't it? Huh. At any rate, we found Link, so that's good enough for me. I can work on exporting, animations later. Or even better, work on importing them. Alright, let's get one of the other links in. Yep, there he is. There's Deku Link. Which actually has a heck of a lot more color to him. So we'll export to Link. Link Deku. Y up. Scale 0.01. Why? Because it gets imported by, at an insanely huge rate. I mean, if we do a import of this, it should be 1 in terms of scale. But I don't know. Okay, he seems a little small. Various geometries. Let's X-ray this. Let's X-ray this sucker. Okay, so this actually needs to be negative, you know, probably closer to 90. Yeah, it looks better. Child. Deku. So in a worst case scenario, we can just reanimate these guys. Yes, save that. Close Blender. And let's get back to building our interface. So, hopefully Photoshop will be good. I think 128 would be accurate. Actually, no, it wouldn't. These are 64 by 64. At best. Copy, paste. Okay, copy, merge. Paste. Okay, is that the reason why it wasn't capturing it? That this is something that's larger? Oh wait, it should say right here. Width of 64, height of 50. Odd. Alright. Width of 64. Height of 50. So that's obviously, you know, wrong. Alright. So let's take another quick look at this. Video settings. I'm a real boy. We'll go here where there's a little less in terms of textures. Okay, so if we bring up this, it tells us we have a lot more. Okay. Well, let's do an export. Okay, so that should have, by all accounts, updated everything, which it has. But I just have this feeling like I'm like, okay, well, there's some, weird shaped ones here. Like, these are 64 by 17. Huh. Now it should be somewhere in here. Actually, it should be, in between these two. Because if we come here, and we gotta go through basically every single texture in the game. Or at least enough to cause us to lose our minds! Hey, Snellfetcher, it's okay. Trying to grab some interface stuff because for some reason it doesn't export. Although oddly enough, I seem to recall there being, some interfaces. Clicky. Yeah, it's not until around, it's some of the last stuff. Why is there so many skies? Wait a second. Okay, no. Good. Yeah, so far, I managed to solve an issue I had last night with the tower not updating. But now we're running into time problems, so I want to start building the interface, which means I need the little circle part right here. But that doesn't export when I do the export VRML. Yeah, click with the mouse. What? So I just clicked through every single one, and I did not see this. Alright, let's try this again. Hands. Well, maybe if I don't disable it. Oh, that really reduced the number of textures we had. Going through it one at a time. Keyboard. Ah. So 6. The moon. The sun. So indicating day and night. The actual sun that goes around indicating our time. First. And then there's that. Now it says it's 64 by 50, but it's actually, you know, not that. It's, you know, actually 64 by 64. But they only use 50. But for some reason, this does not export. Yeah. Okay. So, here's the fun bit. You see this square? That is more than 64 by 64, yet that's what they say that is. Well, I'll just, you know... I do actually have these in Photoshop. It says Photoshop's being a little cranky today. I've seriously never had this problem with Photoshop. Okay. So crop. So these are the two 64-bit text or 64 tiled textures that we need. But they are not 64 by 64. So that is actually more accurate. Layers. We'll add a couple more. And we're going to... That should get rid of all the transparency. Now we can just paint over that with black. And then export as Targas. Let's see. This would be arc. Oh, time arc. HUD. Time arc. And we'll save this one. As HUD time lines. And that will have to do until we can remake them. So, back into here. Let's actually... images. And let's see. We're going to need that. We're going to need that. And... that. Now, we're also going to need some of these others, but, you know, this is a good start. I think there's an option for, you know, flipping. Okay, so you're finally done with that. We'll go back here, and let's see. Image. Yes, I have actually used After Effects quite often. It's one of my more preferred programs. Alignment 0.5 and 0.9. 1, 0. Anchors, bottom center. Position is up a little bit. Minus 50. Oh, do 1.2, that's nice. And we'll say X of 320, Y of, yeah, it is really fun to use. We'll say 200. Alright. Appearance. HUD arc. Behavior. Draw as border. Box. Image. No tile. Copy. Paste. Alignment 0. And where's the flip button? There we go. So, let's see. So if we come back here. Ah. Alright, class settings. No, class defaults. Yeah, blueprint HUD. I'll call this, oops, pardon me, HUD overlay. Actually, we can come back into main HUD and actually do time HUD. Ah, thank you, man. Alright, so time HUD. HUD overlay. Scene, root. Because I always like doing that. I don't know why. Okay, I have absolutely no idea how to do a HUD. Although, apparently, you know, I gotta do this, so... HUD overlay. So now it's actually using my HUD. So... add component. Okay, so I've done this, so now what? HUD. Add hitbox, draw line, draw material, project. Deproject, add. Time HUD. Okay, yeah, I think I need to look up a quick tutorial on this. So let's jump over to YouTube. Oh, Linus, you're so silly. Huh. Overclock Skylake i3s? Awesome. What's that? YouTube Rewind. Okay. We are looking for Unreal HUD. Draw text blueprint. Health widget tutorial. Oh, that might be a good starting point. Oh, that's a lot, but let's just see if we can get through this one first.
Okay, we're going to cover really quick a health HUD for the third-person template. Open up the third-person template, and a real quick way to create a health HUD the right way. We're not going to go through a lot of people are going out there and putting out use the draw HUD event.
I know a lot, just not everything.
We're not going to do that. We're not going to draw on the HUD. We're not going to call the display HUD anything like that. We're going to use widgets. Widgets are the way to go. They are how you're supposed to create the HUD, and especially if it's going to be interactive. So the first thing we're going to do is actually create
I don't need interactive
user interface widget blueprint.
Alright, I've got a widget blueprint. I think this guy probably doesn't know what he's doing, so UMG. Whoa, what the? Oh. Always hit the wrong button. UMG tutorial. There we are. Pre 1.7. UMG basic menu. That may not be a terrible idea. Inventory. Changing scripts. Video. UMG UI animation. That sounds, nice.
Hello and welcome to an Unreal Engine 4 tutorial. In this video we're going to be looking at using UMG animations. So I've already created my UMG widget blueprint, so I'm going to open that up and I'm going to create a text. I'm going to create a text, make it big, center it, make sure to use the anchor. Change it to align to middle. Change the font size to 42. The text to non-applicable. And let's change the color to sort of orange.
Alright, stop with the customization.
I'm going to call it text block overlay. I'm going to make it a variable. I'm going to save and compile because we're working with UMG, so got issues. So we're going to create a character reference, and the reason we need a character reference is because we need to set booleans. So on the event construct, this is something that's called every time you use create widget. So I have an input action here called interact, which if you go to project settings, input, you can see there's an interact and it's set to E, so you want to do that as well. Third person, we're going to go on pressed.
Blah 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 blah.
Create widget. This.
Okay, so this only shows up
if
construct. He wants to do that. Let's jump ahead a little bit.
Grab a reference to text block overlay. Import that as the in parameter. Go to designer, and this is where we start working on the animation. So we create an animation. I like to prefix it with anim. I'm going to call this play because there's no show and hide.
I usually just let these guys just keep talking, but since I'm streaming and we're doing this, I'm actually jumping ahead.
Canvas panel because we're not doing anything with that. Next thing you want to do is grab the color and opacity. The other one is render transform. This doesn't make it. It's a movie. Something's got kinds of parent.
Okay,
I originally did something called dodgy coding and did a delay 1.5 remove from parent, but you want to avoid using timers in games as much as possible. You would rather use triggered events, callbacks, or function calls wherever possible. Timers, they're useful. Timers are useful.
All right.
But things
But how do you get it to
that's
show up?
not healthy. No, not healthy for the game code. So we're gonna. Unreal Engine actually handles threads. In character.
Well, that's for that. And that's in the third person.
I'm just going to show you what it looks like. Press E, interact. But if you spam the E key, this is something that happens. A lot of people want to use something like a delay.
All right, so UMG HUD. Create a HUD with UMG. Here we are.
Alright, so at this point we actually have a fully playable game. We are basically done, but there's one more thing I wanted to add, and that was a HUD to our game. So let's start off here inside of our blueprint.
Yeah, this is not how I usually act while I'm watching a tutorial. Usually I'll just sit there and go, and unless they get really boring, while I jump ahead. But since I'm watching this with you guys, I don't want to, spend all this time learning, with them talking about stuff that I already know.
Editor, which has two panels. It has the designer, and it has the graph. Now, the designer is where you're going to lay out and kind of design your UI, as the name suggests, and the graph is where you will set up all of the functionality for it. So this is going to be a super simple HUD. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this. We already have some nice training videos kind of teaching you the basics of UMG, so I'm going to go through this fairly quickly. We'll scale space to add a little bit of a gap. Set that to a nice, rich, getting this all set up. Alright, now the next thing I want to do is get this attached to our player so that we can see it on the screen. To do that, we're going to go inside the hero character blueprint, and as a part of begin play, we're going to add another pin, and we'll add another pin on the sequence, that is, and then let's drag that wire out. Let's make another reroute node, and I'll right click on that reroute and give this a comment. We're going to say set up HUD. Now this is really, really simple. We're going to keep this very basic. Just drag a wire out and choose create widget, like so. All we have to do is feed this a widget we'd like to create, and we're going to make the twin stick HUD. Next, we just want to add that to the viewport.
Create.
There you have it. So now if I compile
widget.
And play, there we go. We have our little HUD just sitting there. But it's not doing anything.
Now what was the button? Add to viewport. So I do that, and I do that. And theoretically, that should now work. So if I hit play, hey, there it is. So, obviously there's still stuff to do with that. I mean, I'm gonna have to go inside and, do all sorts of, got to get the alphas going, got to get this going, got to get that going, but as a start for a basic HUD, it's actually looking pretty good. So now the question is, let's see. Let's set this at 200 on both, because it kind of feels like it's too small. Come on. No, looks like it's still too. Yeah. About 190? Yeah, 190 looks like it's about right. Yeah, it looks like it's got a nice curve that could actually be part of a circle. Probably a little smaller. So let's do 185. Now let's just do 180. I'd rather go too far and then not go and go back. Nope, more. Be nice if I could just select them both and, you know, do that, but I don't think that's gonna work. So, wait, I think I saw something. It was like size to no tiling, size to content. No. Can I put a negative alignment? Yeah, I can, but I want positive. So let's do 160. No, 170. Because 160 was too small. Yeah, that's good enough for now. Okay, so now we need to add another. Ooh. Another overlay. Basically, I need to do these all with, you know, let's see, safe zone, scale box, uniform. So if I do an overlay, I could then add another image. Oh. Throbbers. Oh. If I just bring this down here, it just overlays it, yeah. I really don't see what the difference... I don't see why I need an overlay if I can just put this on top. At any rate, let's jump back over in here and actually rename this. The moon. Let's see. HUD clock moon. HUD clock day. So actually, let's rename the moon night. And HUD clock hour. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is put this, you know, let's see, anchor in the center. Okay, so that's probably what the overlay's for. No, where I live, we don't get snow. At least not enough of it. Alright, so 0.5 and 0.5. And we're going to put this right here. I'm not sure where that's saving that info. Yeah. Alright. So let's say -40. And we'll set this to HUD time, day, hour. And size will be, let's see, it's let's do 32 by 32. And Z order. We'll put this at the, like, 10. I don't think we're going to need it at 10, but... Alright, so... on construct. Actually, let's head back to the designer. Set this as HUD hour. So, is there a rotate? Create vector from yaw pitch. Alright, so get, rotate vector. I have no idea how to... Let's see. Rotate. Nope. Set angle, shear, transform. Translation. Huh. At any rate, get all actors of class, and we'll get the time manager, which is of class game mode. Actually, let's go game mode, because that will give us all the information we need anyways. Majora's Mask game mode. Get N, because there should only ever be one, and if it's valid, we set this to that. There we go. So now we'll come here to event tick, get if valid, or yeah, is valid. So if we find the game mode, which we should, it'll get sent. It'll get grabbed and pulled in. And if it's valid, then we can go off and do stuff like rotate it based on hours. Of course, we'll probably have to do a little bit of calculation. So I don't know. Maybe there's somebody out there who does Unreal UMG rotate animation. Rotating animations in UMG. Let's see what the answers. Okay. Render transform angle. Okay. So let's see. Get angle. Set render angle. That works. And now let's go over here. Current hour. Now, current hour will always be set to day hour plus current cycle hour. And we'll actually do that on over here in increase time, because that's, actually smarter for us. All right, so set day hour get plus float. Now, since we never read this except for out in the other realms, we can actually do that and take that away. So current hour is always something that we'll use out in the real world. So over here we can go get current hour. Let's see. Yeah, I do like the sound of rain sometimes. Okay, so if valid, we'll set the render angle for this thing. Let's see. I hope this does what I hope it does. All right. Current hour. Let's see, times 360, I think would be right. So times, now we can do an int. Or we do floats, that's just easier. Probably better for everyone. Okay, so every hour it should do 1 revolution. So let's see if this works. Well, it's rotating, just not the way we wanted. And not nearly as fast as we wanted. Oh, because I did plus 360. I need to do times 360. My bad. Okay. So, solve that. So yeah, when I did that, I originally did plus, I meant to do that. Now, what I need to do here is take this, and, well, it says it's right there. Let's see. Render transform. Ah. Actually, let's just do 0. If we make the pivot 0, 0, it should be right there. I think. Well, not quite. But at least you saw how quickly hours were going by. Alright, so if I just put it right there, what happens? Okay, so that doesn't seem to make a difference. So I'll drop that to the bottom so it's lined up with the images there. And then, let's see. To get this to the center. Alright, so let's reset that. And okay, that just rotates it completely around. But we need to lower it. So X needs to be like 10. Yeah, time is just flying by. Okay, 10's a little much. We'll take it down to 5. Still too much. 2. Okay, that's actually really close to what we want. So yeah, we could probably just use that and be fine. So yeah, every rotation that makes indicates a single hour passing us by. So if I go back into the game mode, and we take this and we lower this down, back down to 1 where it needs to be, you know, it's still, you know, an hour off, but yeah, I mean, it's doing it in 10 seconds instead of 30. So this is actually closer to where it would be for halftime. Or double time. Well, if there was a double time. Okay, did I just see day hour 1? That should be incrementing. Well, since we have our HUD, let's do something good. Text. Text block. And we'll call this day num. And let's see. Is enabled, visibility, volatile, text first. Let's just do one. And let's see, we'll increase its size. Anchor bottom. Where is here it is, line center. And this should be a Z order of 11. No. 11. So this should always be in front of that. Now we'll come back here. Now we could do event tick, but really we should be doing event dispatchers. Let's see. Yeah, set new day. I mean, if I come over here to actually I don't have it up right now. But yeah, if I edit my clock town and go to event graph, you'll see that there's bind event set new day from Gmode. So let's do that over here. Set new day, bind event. Add custom event, change day. Yeah, it's a good thing I put day number in there. That'll make it easier to change this up. Okay, compile. I think I need to go back here and do something like, make it a, see, auto wrap, behavior, performance is volatile. If true, prevents it from being cached. Oh, is variable. That's what I was forgetting. Daynum. Get. Actually, no. Set. No. Daynum get set text and convert to integer. So there's one, and it's too small. So let's come back over here and make it bigger. Alright, so negative 32. Negative 160. Make it 64 by 80. That works. And we'll do 48. Huh. Yeah, programming a HUD. Well, it's got to be able to do stuff like, you know, rotate and increment the day. And you could do a lot of that just in the HUD. Yeah, there we go. So I think we need to increment our day faster now. So I'm going to head back over here and hit 24. So one day should travel in 24 increments. Hey, there we go. We actually changed it. So now we can tell what day it is on the HUD. Now we'll obviously have to change it up so it says like third day or fourth day. But I think that's something we'll have to do a little bit more a little trickier. So I'm going to set this down to 12. So we're going to get like half days in about 10 seconds. Alright, so next 12 after the next 10 seconds, we should get to day 2. No. What is going on? Check time. Oh. Okay. So here's what's going on. Current hour is being fed directly into day hour. So day hour doesn't have an old setting. So it's just automatically, you know, not getting any information. Current cycle would have to actually increment in 24 hours in order for the day to actually change. So here, let's just, you know, add these two together and then set day to that. I'm surprised I missed that. Dun 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 dun. Actually, let me noticing it. Hey, we got to the second day. 24 hours remain. We're 24 hours down. Day hours 12. And there we are. Third day. So, that all works. We have a nice little hour counter that's, you know, identical to what they have in the other game. We've got a what's it? The day counter, even though it can go past 4. It can go to pretty much up to infinite. Yeah. Dun dun dun. Let's see. Do we actually have? Yeah, we do actually have some music for that. I've actually been wanting to stay away from some of the Majora's Mask stuff, mostly because apparently YouTube doesn't like using it, or they tend to claim there's a problem. Let's see, clock tower. Oh. Okay, that's good. Majora's theme, Mask's house, day 1. There we go. It's the third day. It's getting closer. Oh, that's right. We could have that guy start coming up. So let's, I'm going to switch back to the other music. So, hello, Mr. Big Looming Thing in the Sky. So, let's see. That would be under Environment? Yeah, Sky Dome. So, the Sky Dome. Well, lots of stuff going on here. Alright, you begin event play. Actually, I think I can do this in construction. Huh. Oh, that was like one of the first things I did. Here, let me get him a little closer. So, alright, alright, so I'm gonna come in here, add a sequence. Simply because I can then kind of break it off to do the environments and stuff. And actually I'll have that do that second. The first thing that needs to happen is get all actors of class. Majora. Oh, I get that. Alright, so get is valid. And then let's set the variable to, G mode. G mode active. Oh. Apparently it's... So is this working or not? Okay, it's... I guess that's not working. So we'll move it from the script and actually make it do event begin play. So yeah, all that stuff I just did, event play. At least that way we know it's actually grabbed. So event tick, update moon. Okay, so there we go. We'll update the moon. But here we need to go get is valid. So if Gmode is valid, we'll go off and do a whole bunch of stuff. If not, we'll just use the one from the Sky Dome itself. So while we're working on it, we can use the slider. But while it is playing, all right. So get current hour. Actually, no. This is actually an instance where we need to jump back into Majora's and actually set up the total days, the total hour days. So set equals. So either way, we need to have this. So this times (24 hours) minus 24 hours. Now the reason we do this is because, you know, first day, that means this number will be 1. 1 times 24 is 24. Well, our current hours are not 24, so we have to subtract 24. That makes it 0. So from here, we actually want to add current hour. So let's add these up. Let's add them together. And total hours. Alright. So that's got to happen either way. So if it's not... Alright, so... I feel like I should be doing something else there, but... Actually, I feel like I should be putting, you know, total hours over here, but that's probably wrong. Got all these other windows. Okay, so if I did this right, the Sky Dome... Alright, get total hours. Minus 72 minus our current total hours equals the number of hours that have, you know, we have left to us, so to speak. So this is the remaining hours. Let's see, moon distance is 40,000 to 50,000. So let's warp this. Come on. And divide by 72. That gets us an alpha that we can work between. So, lerp should start at 40,000 and at 10,000. And that is when we set all this again. Okay, so if this is correct, that means that as the hours change for all 3 days, the moon should slowly get closer. Okay, I think I did something wrong. Let's try reversing these. Okay. I'm seeing it as valid in the script, so is he moving? I can't tell. Well, that answers that question. He's definitely moving, so it's definitely valid. Okay, what the heck just happened there? So, obviously the scripts are a little funky. Current cycle... Oh, current hour only gets set. Yeah, apparently we're too butch for him. Alright, so here's what we gotta do. We gotta add these three together. So these three together will actually equal... thanks, I don't know. Thanks, Nick. Alright, so, let's see. He should be moving closer now, slowly. I'm not seeing him move. Alright, so he works. Huh, love that. Ah, thanks for following. Okay, so why is he not moving efficiently? Okay, Nick. Okay, so he updates at that point. Well, at least he's, you know, constantly moving towards us now. But here's the thing. This is... Oh. This is check time. That's the problem. This needs to be an... the other one. This needs to be an increased time. So we can actually remove a pin. So current hour plus all the previous days. This should work. He should now smoothly run towards us. Yep, he is slowly moving forward. Well, 12 hours remaining. Or 12 hours down. Yeah, he is really moving in. Here, let's go full screen. Quick, I need a gun! The moon's coming right for me! Third day. As soon as he stops, we'll have reached the pinnacle of the... half there. And... there we go. It's actually attacking the town! I think I'm safe here. No! Okay. I think we need to clamp that. That was hilarious. So we have two options right now. We can just clamp that, or we can actually have it set up that does the you know, an end screen. Oh, that was hilarious. I don't again! Oh, let's try and get to safe ground somewhere. Let's see if there's one spot in town that's safe from him. Oh, we need to add a slide section right here, right? Ah! Okay, this area might be okay. Okay, I think I need to add the day-night cycle into the clock. Okay, so he is just heading... I should mention, he is, a really big model, and he is heading straight for the clock. So he is literally in the middle of town. Alright, right here is not going to be safe. I mean, you think it would be, but then you look straight up, so... Oh, let's head over here. Oh! Is he going to miss me? He is! Woot! I found a safe space! Oh, wow. Pretty much all of this survived. And the moon has passed by the 5th day. Okay. So a game over screen would actually be pretty good. Yeah, we could just set it up and have a camera set right here that goes, kaboom! I might look that up tomorrow. Oh. Let's keep working on the HUD, though. Let's see. Quick! This is the time HUD! Okay, so we got our hours. Let's see. Arc right is not a variable. Arc left is not a variable. Day num is, and the HUD hour is. So, oh, that was so funny. Okay, so HUD and day. Let's do 64 by 64. Alright, 32 by 32. Nah, 64 looks better. Whoosh. Anchor to the bottom. Alright, spacer. Okay, so about 110. So that needs to be about 110 pixels away. And we know this is 64 by 64. So... (64 by 64), so let's just put that at 2. That's actually going to put it over in here. Let's see, I had that, so 64 plus 110. Math. Alright. 110 plus 64 is 174. Divided by 64. is 2.781. Oh wait, no, I want that on X. I don't want it. And this can be 0.5. So here we will come back over here. And we got to I might have to pause and get a drink. Okay, so here's the HUD for that. Alright, set that for the... Oh, I never gave that a name, did I? Widget Day. HUD Day. HUD Day. It's HUD Day, so be sure to do your HUDs. Alright. And just for the moment, we'll do that. Just to see. Well, it definitely looks like it's going around. Looks like it's going around the right spot. Eventually I'm going to update the visuals. The first step is to actually get it as close to the original game as possible. Then slowly, increment up everything. Obviously, the first thing I want to do is up-res the quality of the HUD. It may be an instance where we may not ever get the older HUD. We might just have a brand new one of a much higher resolution. But that's up to various things. Alright, so we know that it rotates, and it looks like it rotates around at the right spot. Yeah, it's pretty much equal distance, so it's almost perfect. So now we can, come back here. Current hour. Hey, if you want to have a crack at a high-resolution moon, be my guest. I'm working mostly in Maya, but I also do, as long as I can get the model in, that's fine. Ideally, I would need a high-resolution version of the moon and a low-resolution version of the moon. Not like this low. Yeah, not that low. If you do one that's like a couple million polygons, and then do one that's like maybe a couple 100,000, or maybe, actually, since this is like about 50,000 at the most, then we can project all the textures and details from the high-resolution moon onto the lower one, and use that in the game. And then we'll need, a couple of others. But I think I do actually want to have a graphics setting for classic, where you actually see it like this. So it is that old moon. It's just, I'll smooth out all the polygons. Because, you got hard edges right here. I'd fix that. But yeah, if you want to take a crack at getting a high resolution of model of that moon, I'm more than, up for that. I actually am not a big fan of how they changed it for Majora's Mask 3D. So as close to this as you can get it. Okay, cool. Yeah, please. I want this to be a community project, in many ways. I'm just, doing it for fun on my end right now. Trying to get a functional version of the game. Okay, so we have Let's see. Hour. Get day hour. No, current hour. Times 360. Oh, that got disconnected. Divided by 12. Divided by 24. Huh. Perfect. I'm actually not very good at modeling. Oh, yeah, you should have been watching me the other day. It's yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The sun worked perfectly because it hit the exact opposite side at 12 hours. Yeah. We got that working. Awesome. So we can now see, the current hour and what, day it is. So we can just add in the one for the moon, and we've got that pretty much done. Yeah, I'm trying to learn programming too, but when I say I'm trying to learn programming, I mean I'm trying to learn a new language. I just started learning Python the other day. Unreal is actually using C++. So that's actually really, complex. We're doing this all in blueprints because, I just want to do it for fun. Alrighty, let's see now. Back to designer. Copy. Paste. Yeah. Copy. Paste. And then we will set this up with all the same settings. Except here, we'll go positive. Okay, that doesn't look right. Oh. Okay, that's the center. So why does that say it's, a different... Oh. Okay, I get it. We need this minus 64. There we go. I completely forgot to do that. Okay, that needs to be flipped, but other than that... HUD night. Alright, catch you later, Snail Fetcher. You too. You have a good night too. Alright. Alright, that's in there, and it's at the right spot. So now we just have to set its render. Which actually, I think we just use the same, divided by 24. It's on the opposite side, so it should always, Oh, you are always welcome, Snail. Okay, that's off. This is why we test stuff. Okay, so... Oh, okay, I know what the problem is. I just copied this, so... So, let's see, 110. Yeah. So 110 divided by 64 is 1.75. So, that's what I gotta change the HUD night to. I can remove the spacer now. Alright, it looks like it's rotating around the same rate. We'll find out in a little bit. Hey! Alrighty. Our time frame is that our clock is actually working. And it's almost identical to what they have in the game. In fact, it's using, you know, basically the same graphics. Still got to add that little center part. And then we got to add all the alpha channels. But, you know... And we need to add the little, you know, thing that pauses time. And then, I'm still not sure if I should clamp him or not. It's the end of the world as we know it! Alright. So far our HUD is working well. We can now determine time, and, you know, that's very important, I think. In fact, we can tell time so well, I feel I can get rid of some stuff. Okay. That's all fine. Okay. Yeah, this print screen is something we can get rid of. Because we don't need that anymore. Yeah, if you actually let the game go long enough, it actually, you know... actually, I can bring it up. At least I think I can. I'm actually having problems with the game a little bit. With one of the emulators actually... let's see. Always hard to do when you're using a new joystick. Yeah, doing that is going to be like one of the next things we do. Okay, what do these actually do though? Do they just like kind of disappear, or you know, are they fade off, or what? Isn't there a way to speed up time? I know there's the song of inverse time, but that slows things down. Now, in the game here, the moon just comes straight down. It's not even looking at us. It just goes straight down. Oh, we also need to put in those numbers above above the moon and the sun. No. Come on. Oh, it is grab. Okay. Okay, so it looks like it just kind of goes off the edge of the screen and that's it. Alright, that's good to know. Yeah, once we are able to introduce traveling through time, actually having that little introduction would be a fun little thing to do next. Probably? This is actually the song of double time. Now here's the interesting thing. These torches only show up at night in this section of town. Everywhere else, they're like a constant thing, but these two only show up at night. Let's see. Alright. Yes, it was. Hey, I remember that song. Yeah, it was playing earlier. Nintendo actually doesn't or YouTube doesn't recognize Nintendo as having this on their playlist. So I can actually play it and, you know, it actually works just fine. Nintendo won't go, hey, you can't use that, that's copyrighted music. Alright. Yeah, I've been really feeling that too. Until the graphical issue that I've been having with Majora's showed up, I've been wanting to do a Majora's Mask playthrough, you know, for the stream. Night to the final day. 12 hours remain. I cannot proceed any further through time. Ah, final day. So, yeah, my moon gets a little closer than theirs. I mean, that's their, you know, basically final day moon. So. Also, it's better that my town, I can actually, you know, go all the way around. Oh, what are you still doing in town? That doesn't answer why you're still in town. Oh, crap, I gotta go visit the banker. Dun, 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 dun. Hello, Mr. Banker. See, to me that always kind of translated as a woman, but, you know... it was interesting that this guy's temporal. He, you know, recognizes, you know, money amounts. You know, no matter, you know, what time frame you're in. Where's the sit button? Ah. No, 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 no! Ah. What the heck? No. No, this is the only way we can speed up time. Alright. Ah. It'd be nice if this emulator had something that would, you know, let me just, you know, speed through. You know, just hit a button and, like, all the, you know, things got unlocked. So it's just like... Yeah, look, that moon just comes straight down. He doesn't look at us or anything. He just comes straight down. I actually exported this whole level at the very end of time and at the very beginning. And he's constantly looking that same direction, but coming straight down. So that was a change I made with mine, was, you know, I actually got it that, you know, he's actually looking right at the clock tower and coming straight there. Or, you know, thereabouts. Of course, I also have a more modern sky, so... That's it, don't come back. Yeah, there's another video plugin for this, but for some reason it's wigging out on me. And I have no idea how to change the settings back, or what's causing it. Alright, what was the other? I want to speed up time, like, you know, Song of Double Time or something like that. I mean, I can't advance 12 hours, so, even though that's exactly what I want to do. Yeah, first time. Alright, I couldn't save the world if I wanted to. Honestly, I'm surprised he's still here. I'm a customer. So let's see. We're about, well, 30 seconds times, you know, 6. So we're about that far away from the end of the game. So while this is going on, I'll just kind of let this off in the background. Let's see. Well, so how can we set up a pause? Well, we can hit stop, so on a day increment, let's do a new event. Oh. Now if we can get up there. Alright, so when we get a little closer. Alright, we'll begin a custom event called Dawn of Day. So Dawn of Day. And let's see, input is the day in number. Custom event. Night of day. And again, we'll have day now. Actually, we don't need that because we know what day it is because that's like right here. So, both of these have to stop that. Well, actually, let's do sequence. So, stop that, then do the what's it, then play from start. And this will do the same thing. Actually, no, let's not do play from start, we'll just do play. Actually, no, play from start would work. So, stop, and play from start. So this will let us actually pause the game, or pause time, and then go do something. And we might need this, you know, on other things, like, you know, the menu. You know. So when he switches to menus, we can actually have a, so let's see, let's add another event. Again, custom event. Use menu. Just go to play, because we don't know when, you know, when people's using the menu, when all of a sudden it's just going to, you know, crap out on us. Alright, we're up to 2 hours and 5 minutes left on, you know, over here. Right now I'm waiting for this to compile. But, you see, he does get pretty close. So, you know. Alright, here we go. And let me save this real quick. That's 07. 1 hour remaining. There we go. I'm good with 13 milliseconds. So I got this bad feeling like the game just, you know, like the editor just froze on me. And there we are. This is the end of the game if you just let everything, keep going. So, this is, probably the best they were able to do back in the day. Minus all the crappy camera work because, this is an emulator. Now with modern graphics, obviously, we can make this a heck of a lot better. You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? Okay, so it just rewinds to the last day you missed. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. And yeah, Unreal just crashed on me. So, well, it froze on me, I should say. So, yeah. Let's end that. So I think that's probably where we're going to end up for tonight. Because I've learned from experience, especially with, I don't know if it's Majora or if it's, a problem with Unreal itself, and I'm probably going to send something in if I can. But whenever it freezes, it gets to about 86% here, and then will never load up. I have to actually restart my computer in order for it to do something. So, yeah. So I think this is probably where we're going to end it for tonight. Let's see. Do I have anything I can bring up? Yeah, I can probably bring up something in Maya. We can do a little bit in there. On the other hand, it is 1:30. I've been doing this for 3 hours. And, a little bit of relaxation wouldn't be a terrible thing. The clock tower basement. Which is actually where we just were. So, yeah. There we go. Is there like a way to I can full screen this? Nope. Okay. Well, I tried. Too many faces! These men have too many faces! Alright, so... yeah, this is where I'm going to end things. We actually got pretty, far. We got a lot of the scripting done. We got a clock built. We still need to add the numbers that, go around with the sun, but, that shouldn't be too hard. Let's see. Oh, control space? Oh. Huzzah. Thank you for that. And control F, huh? Neat. Alright. I'm doing control F, but nothing's happening. But I'm happy with this. So, let's see. Yeah, we need to do the numbers on the clock, but that shouldn't be too terribly hard. I mean, it's the same system. We just add text above it. It'd be nice if we could actually parent it together. Well, actually, we might be able to. Well, maybe that's what the overlay's for or something. Or we, one way or another, we can probably group it up so that it moves together and we only have to rotate one thing. Yeah. Oh, I know that. Loop missing, saying, oh, it's this button and this button. And, it's, for me, it's an instance of my hands know it, my brain does not. So if somebody asks me, how do you full screen in Photoshop? I go, you hit these two buttons. Okay, can you just tell me what the buttons are? Control. No, you hit F, I think. But, it's that kind of stuff. Alright, let's try this. Control V? No, that's a paste. Control M. And... Alright, Control M. That helps a little. That gets rid of that. But that leaves us with the viewer one. So, yeah, and it's hard translating muscle memory into actual knowledge sometimes. All right, let's come over here and see what current hotkey is. Is there a way I can search by hotkey? Yeah. Control M? No. Close that. Display. Poly counts. In view messages. UI elements. At any rate, I'm happy with this. So, yeah, it'd be nice to actually get, if we could actually find a way to transfer muscle memory into actual memory, that would actually be pretty awesome. But, as it is, oh well. So yeah, we can probably build a group or something and use that to rotate, and then we can just add the clock above that. Then we can also rotate the sun, and I'm actually gonna try and get Photoshop to run again, and then hopefully I can actually build the full-sized one, because a lot of the stuff here is like double-sided. They just hit a mirror button and it worked. Can I? No, I haven't done anything with these guys, so yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get the interfaces a little cleaned up. If nothing else, I'm gonna at least get them, so they're transparent at the very least. Hopefully, I can, fix the background and actually get it all in one piece. I don't see why they put it into two pieces. They could have just had it all in one. But I guess that, I'm just silly like that. Yeah, so I'm at least going to try and get that done before probably tomorrow when we continue this. Let's see. Well, we could, work on the underside here. We've got, all this, stuff to do, but this is actually a part where I am looking forward to remodeling, to going through and saying, okay, there's a bunch of stuff here, there's a cog there. This is actually something I'm really looking forward to. But then again, I'm still spoiled by that high resolution video that it was pretty much kind of where I'm aiming for with the high res version. In fact, let me bring that up again. Okay, I can remove those. I don't want trending. I want history. Yeah. Wow, there's a lot of... I watch a lot of stuff. I mean, I watched this video, not too long ago, but I'm scrolling backwards, and I'm still scrolling back to try and find... There it is! This was promoted as a Wii U trailer, when in reality it's actually, just a fan film to kind of say, hey, you have the Wii U, why not use it? Yeah, use all this modern power to remake a classic. So, let me... So yeah, again, this is a fan film that somebody did to kind of promote to Nintendo that you should do graphics that are this good. You can do graphics that are this good with your new console, and it's obviously much higher than a console can do right now. Maybe a generation or two from now it'll be able to do something that high res, but that's actually the level at which I would love to do this video, to do this game. I definitely want a old school setting where you actually get all these old characters and all the old textures, or modern equivalents of the old textures. But it's basically as close to the original as possible, while keeping all this just so much fun. You try not. So yeah, at the lowest level of the graphic settings, it looks like the Nintendo 64. But on the upper end, you actually get something that looks a lot like that video. That's my goal. I'd be happy just making a clone of the game. So, I'm aware of that. It is easy to achieve. It's a lot of work because you got to look at all the models, all the characters, all the sets, and that's a lot of work. It's easy to get to that level, but it's still a lot of work. But that's my goals. I want to be able to do that. Hopefully we can get there at some point in the future. Nick, if you would like to help, I would be more than appreciative of it. First things first, though, I want to get the gameplay down. I want to get it to actually work. And so, if you want to start working on the city, that's actually, one of the first things I'm doing is just the gameplay in the city. Characters, moon, interface, all that. I want to get that as close to done as possible before expand too far outside of the city. Even though I know that, we got this and this and this and this to do, well, I'm also going to keep all that in mind while just focusing on just being able to do the gameplay inside the city. Once I get the gameplay at a good enough level inside the city, then we'll expand out and actually start building up the whole world inside the engine. So that's, where things are going to head eventually. Okay, I am just really tired now, so I think I'm going to head off for the night. As always, you can watch my older videos on YouTube at youtube.com/Kjasi, just like the link up at the top. If you are willing to donate, I have a link down at the bottom and down below in the comments and areas where you can actually get to the donation center. It is currently December 12th. It is the last day for the 12 Days of Giving. 12 Days of Giving is basically half of everything that's donated to me goes to a charity. And I think, let's see, what was it today? Doctors Without Borders. Today is Doctors Without Borders. So, anything you donate to me today, half of it goes to Doctors Without Borders. Unfortunately, this ends tonight at midnight. So about 10 hours and 45 minutes from now. At least I'm assuming that. I don't know what time zone that the place I do my donations with is based in, but for me at least, it's going to end in 10 hours and 45 minutes. No, I'm sorry. 32 hours and 45 minutes. All this time has messed with my head. I need a doctor! No, not that one. The one that goes through time. So yeah. There's all that donation stuff. Let's see. I feel like there's something else I need to say. There's probably something else I need to say, but yeah, I remember what it is now. I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. I had a lot of fun. We got quite a bit done. I wish we had been able to get more, but, when Unreal crashes, that's pretty much the end of the stream. I have to reboot in order to get Unreal going. Hopefully, Epic Games will get that fixed. I'm going to try and, send them, information on it, but who knows? Yeah. So I had fun. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 p.m. Pacific, because that's when I stream every night. Hopefully, I'll probably be continuing this. Hopefully, I'll have gotten farther on my Maya script, so I won't have to deal with Blender with re-importing those characters. I can just do it all in Maya. I'll feel a lot better about that. All right. Later, everyone.